Ah. Ooh, I think the music's a little loud, eh? Okay, hang on. Okay, oh, hopefully, hopefully this is good. Alrighty, let's get into it. It should be I think it should be quick today. Just picking up where we left off yesterday, which is literally just adding the color to this. So, should be good.
Bamboo basket, reflector, working brakes, never forget your helmet, trusty Nipsey, I'm off to the morning market, 33 lemons, a healthy looking chicken, and a dozen of free range eggs, thanks keep the change, whistling a tune, I'm home. What a perfect day. I hang my sheets out in the yard, load up my baking tray, thinking about tomorrow to recite her famous words. I need her salt and pepper to taste the happiness of life forever. Then the moon rose and cream lemon chicken roasted in the oven, and in black kicked down my front door. Hey, who, what, why? You violated Act 617 illegal thoughts, you're on the right. We all know the real answer was you shouldn't have been born the way you were. And we're packed in a cargo choo-choo train, squeezing against the body similar to me. With tears rolling down our faces, we begin to say, never did anything from our souls. Louder and louder, did anything from our souls. Louder and louder, they shaved off my hair, fed me a foreign language. Looking on the bright side, yeah, I'm alive. I still remember
Hey, let's do this. What's up? I don't know if it's I don't know if it's very evident, but my program is definitely starting to lag. I do think it is just because I may have done the cardinal sin of not shutting my laptop down yesterday. I just kind of put it on hibernate, so this thing's been chugging along without any break really. Totally my bad. But I think that's why it's a little a little dying slightly. But hopefully it won't be that big of an issue. I'll be fixing all this later. Man, there's been some like wild news in the the VTuber stratosphere recently, huh? I was just reading about the whole V Shoujo thing earlier today. That was woof. Thanks. Mm, 14 months ago. Yeah, I think before V Shoujo, the last time I heard anything, cause like I don't super keep up with the news unless it's like really big, which I guess for V Shoujo it is, cause I remember I was reading about how people were saying that V Shoujo is one of the big three of VTuber corporations, along with Niji Sanji and Hololive. And like people online were saying that V Shoujo is like the quote unquote good best one out of the three in terms of like how they treat their like talents and stuff. But ugh. The big thing that I heard of before V Shoujo's recent shenanigans was the whole like thing with Niji Sanji, and like honestly, it's basically like the same thing this time too. It's always like, from my understanding, with Niji Sanji, it was like the working conditions were pretty bad, and I think the funds also were being like withheld. V Shoujo, I don't know how the working conditions work because I didn't look into it like too in depth, but I did read and hear about, because I watched part of I think Zentrea, could have gotten the name wrong, the live, and they're not getting paid. That's crazy. And the thing with like Iron Mask too, I think like V Shoujo was holding on to 500, like $500,000. That's insane. Like I don't know how they thought they could do that and not get caught. That's crazy. Yeah, and then like people started leaving en masse as well, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Bishoujo anymore. But this is all just like mainly the English branch, which makes sense because like all the issues are like coming from the English branch. But yeah, that's rough. Oh my god, I was I was busing home today and it was so miserable. So today's pretty cool. Today's one of like the cooler days. But for some reason it's a little gross, but for some reason there was so much BO on the bus. Which is crazy because like you would expect that on days when it's like hotter, right? But it was pretty cool today. So I have no idea why that was happening. It wasn't even like a super packed bus or anything either. It was odd. Odd stuff. Winter proving once again to be the superior season. I think at every part of an organization. Haven't you left ever getting chance of course? Yeah, yeah. I see why like some folks would like want like an organization to help them because it is like with management. I think I was reading about how like for Iron Mouse the appeal is because she really wants to keep her anonymity. So having a corporation manage stuff that would like lead to personal info like donations and stuff, I can see that being handy. And I guess if we were like a big enough VTuber, I can also see like having someone else deal with like merch stuff, donations, all that jazz would be really handy. Because they also like, I think in theory, corporations would also help with like marketing and like upgrading like model or like cover art, stuff like that. But yeah, you gotta like, that's assuming the organization is like fully good and does have your best interests in mind and isn't just like, let's exploit this person and profit off of their work. Just like capitalism, unfortunate. I like to think there's like hope with it all because like I've seen smaller corporations that like looks like it's going well, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of these corporations never really last that long either. I think if I ever were like in that position as well, I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would want to take it either. Because I think like if I ever get in a position where I feel like I could benefit from a organization, I feel like at that point I would be big enough to manage things on my own. And like it would be like paying out of pocket, but I hear that a lot of organizations already pretty much make their talents pay out of pocket for a lot of their stuff. So managing it on your own is like, yeah, more time consuming, but like I feel like it's worth it for the peace of mind knowing that the money actually goes, or yeah, knowing that like the stuff actually goes to you. Yeah, it's just the unfortunate reality of corporations, corpos. I'm just gonna change the. I know I'm on like coloring today. But I'm gonna adjust the eyes a little teensy bit. I was looking at this yesterday and I was like, I think I can like fix them a bit. I just need to find the eye layer. Oh, easy. Yeah, I feel really bad for the the folks who either are still with or like were with Vishojo. And like it's crazy because like I think Iron Mouse is like straight up filing a lawsuit, as she should. That's a lot of money that went missing. But yeah, rough. So I'm just gonna like raise her lower lids a bit so she looks a little less insane. And we can always like, so I think having the face in like a more neutral expression is good for the model, because all the other expressions the rigger will be handling.
Switch on the power line. Remember to put on protection. Lay down your pieces and let's begin object creation. Fill in my data parameters. Initialization. Set up a new world and let's begin the simulation.
Oh my god, it was crazy. I was I was looking at Spotify today, and because I was talking with my friend, and we were talking about like how K-pop Demon Hunters, like the songs were top of the chart for like a really long time. So I went to go check to see if it like was still at the top of the chart, and like yes, in the global one, Golden is #1 still. But then I went to go check the USA one because that was the next one on the. I just looked up like top 50, and the order was global, then USA. I don't know why it didn't show me Canada, but yeah, I checked the USA one, and it's crazy because Tyler the Creator came out with like a new album, and it just completely, every song in that album except for one of them pushed Golden off. Like the top 9 songs in the USA top 50 or top 100 are all Tyler the Creator's new like album songs, and then one of them got beat up by Golden. That's crazy. I like gave the album a quick little listen. I wasn't like super paying attention to it, but it seemed pretty good. I like some of Tyler's stuff. It's really creative, so I'm a fan of that. He also just has a really unique tone, so that's nice. Phew, okay, I thought I clicked the wrong shortcut for a second and I was about to close the canvas. I've done that so many times by accident. Luckily that did not happen this time. Oh, is that one of his newer songs? Or is that like an older one? I don't super listen to Tyler super religiously. I listened to his Chromacopia album because my friend was talking about it and he was like really hyping it up. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And I do like Chromacopia, but that's basically the only set of songs from Tyler that I've listened to. And like a smattering of some other songs from his other albums, but like it's not that much. Like I like his stuff, but he's not like my favorite artist who I listen to religiously. I would play Magic Wand on Spotify right now, but I'm 90% sure that's gonna be copyright struck. I feel like anytime it's like modern pop songs, it's gonna get copyright struck. Also, like, I think I am gonna finish this within, like, the time that I have. Like, just the sketch, just the sketch. Cause, like, I mean, I knew it wouldn't take that long, cause yesterday was what took the longest, cause these lines were getting a little too clean. So I think, like, after this, cause, like, after this I'm gonna send this over for her to take a look at it. And I can't really touch it until I get her okay. So I might, like, switch over to something else real soon, actually. Yeah, like, this was... See, it feels like I'm missing things because it's so much larger now, and all of these little details over here, they seem so much more, like, bunched up because... And, like, a lot more details because it's smaller. When you expand the scale... Actually, I am gonna add a line here, though. This is looking a little empty for some reason. Wait. I'm gonna turn off symmetry here. This dress is not super symmetrical. And I might have to... Yeah. Hang on, I'm gonna adjust this a little bit. No, there's such a big gap here. Ooh. I have to do this and then just change that little flap a little bit. Just a teensy bit. Just nudge it over slightly. Liquify tool, my beloved. I used to be so against using Liquify tool, but it's made my life quite a bit easier, so I am a big fan of it now. Actually, no, because I think that there is symmetrical, so let's not do that. Yeah, I might just have to redo this a little bit. There we go. That looks a lot better. It looked pretty empty over there. I think, like, over here it's missing a line as well, so I will add something there. Just like a little extra thingy here. We'll see how it looks when we start coloring. And we'll put the little temporary sparkly layer over here. This is gonna look a lot nicer when I start coloring. Because I like the size of these droplets, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to see though, eh? Anyways, let's see what is missing here. I think, like, most of this is done, and I can send this over. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I think it was just because, like, back then, it was, like, I don't want to say stigma because that's like a very strong word to use for like just digital drawing tools, but I think there was kind of like a thing back then where it was like, "Ugh, you're not a proper artist if you use like tools like Liquify, that's cheating," and stuff like that. I'm like, I mean, if it's a tool that's like built into the program, why not use it? Because like, yeah, sure, we could just like, using the Liquify tool as an example, like, yes, we could just like let's say this ear is too long. Yes, we could like redraw the ear, but if I can get the same result by just like nudging it down with the Liquify tool, then like why not do that? But yeah, like being able to use the tools doesn't make you like a worse artist because you're still putting in like the manual work to do that. Hang on, let me remove the little mini. There we go. I was like, something here does not look right. It's so cute though. It's kind of like she's got a little doll. Oh, the tail. Yes, let's not forget the tail. That should be the furthest most layer. I'm not lining this. It's just gonna be like a straight line down. Cause like in the sketch, I do have it like curving slightly, but I think if I like draw it with the curve, it's gonna make it tricky for the rigger to do, especially when it starts turning the other way. So let's not do that. Don't know what brush size would be optimal, but also I'm gonna do this at the top because it's a little, I can't really see the connection points if I don't move to the top, and 100 is too small. This looks good. I might make it a little thinner. I think this looks nice. Actually, maybe a little bit thinner still. Teensy bit, or maybe a little bit longer. Okay, and like I do have to do draw through later for the body, but it's just the sketch and double checking the design and everything. I almost want to make this like a different color here, just because like it is like a simpler design, but see, I love the color black, and I love different like shades of like gray. So I'm tempted to make this black, but like I know it's not gonna fit because nothing else in this design is black. So I will not be doing that, even though I would like to. Actually, I guess the necklace is black, so there's that. I'm just gonna add the makeup to the face, and then I think I'll add like a little bit of the shine to the shiny pieces of jewelry, and then I'll send this off. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Actually, let me do this makeup on a different layer. Because I did orange, or I did peach in the sketch, but... Actually, I don't mind the orange. I'm just curious to see what pink would look like. Or actually, purple? Oh! Whoa! Purple is a look. I don't know if it's I like the look, but it's a look. Actually, I don't mind it for the... No, I do. Let's not do purple. Oh! Oh my god! Wait, yellow is kind of cute. Wait, I'm kind of vibing with the yellow. Maybe like... Maybe not on the lips, but... The yellow eye makeup looks kind of drippy. Ooh! Is this too much? Okay, maybe we just do the yellow on the top. And maybe like something like a little something something. No, let's just do yellow on the top, and then the bottom will just be like a different shade. I just want to see how the lips look if I make them pink instead. Oh, this is kind of cute. Blue, yeah. Let's try blue. Whoa! Oh, blue lips is a look. Certainly a look. Hang on, let me turn the lips back to pink and then do blue. It's interesting, but I think because there's so many warm tones going on around her face area, I do like the idea of blue eyeshadow, but I don't think it necessarily works for this character. I think if maybe her eyes were blue, maybe. So I think like the pink to blue is a little jarring for me. Yeah. I'm just, yeah, I do like either the pink lipstick or... No, I like the orange. I like that there's like a little bit of like a pop of color. I think that's really nice. Okay, let's... next phase. Ooh. We'll do the darks first, and then we'll... Actually, I think I can send this off now, because I want to make sure this is okay with her before I start doing like anything remotely close to shading. Orange just complement the lips? Yeah, I agree. Because like nothing else is really orange here, so I think it really gives like a nice pop. I was thinking the nails, because the nails are gonna have two colors she wanted. So I was thinking like the nails could also be like a yellow-orange kind of situation with like maybe bits of like white in the design. Like you're not really gonna see the nails that much, to be honest. Like just the front, the index and the thumb, really. But I think it'll look nice. Yeah, I'm gonna send this to her and get her thoughts. Actually, let me change this first, because I do think I don't want this in the final version. Because it doesn't really make sense if everything like the perspective is going down and then these random frills are like going the other way. Okay, let me change that and then I'll send it over. Oh, turn off symmetry, please. Don't want that here. Actually, I don't know. It is... I do kind of like it, but we'll see. Yeah, that's what I mean. I was like a little worried about that. The sparkles not really being like super noticeable. I think it's okay, because I think the sparkles are pretty like clear in the sketch that I initially showed her. And then in like the final, when I start actually like rendering it, the sparkles should be more visible as well. So I'm gonna add like some layers and some shading. But yeah, for now the sparkles are like pretty difficult to see. And these probably aren't even gonna be the final sparkles either, because like I don't really like the shapes of them, to be completely honest. It's a little too like uniform for me. Mm. So this arc should be a little bit deeper, I think. I'm not in love. No, hang on. I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong with this. This here needs to be more curved. That's what's throwing me off. It's so straight. A little bit more. This is better. I'm going to, however, use my trusty old liquefy tool and nudge this up a teensy bit. And I think like when I actually start coloring this is gonna swoop out a bit more. But for now, this is good. Yeah, this is cute. Okay, okay. I was just thinking, I wonder if the ribbons could change colors, because I know with or I've been told that when you do colors on a character, you want like one dominant color. And I feel like with these ribbons, it's making it so that white and purple are kind of competing slightly. So I just want to see if there's a way for me to do something about that. Because I do like the white ribbons, but however, I wonder. So I like the purple up here, but I do think it's a little too much. Is it? Is it? Let me hang on, just for like experiment's sake. Let's try blue. Wait, it's kind of pretty. Wait, what if I make the whole thing blue? Okay, I think that's a little too much blue. Right? Because purple is definitely the dominant color here, and I wouldn't put white as the dominant color here. I almost want to make this like a gradient, because like I do like the blue, because blue rarely shows up, but when it does show up, it is very much like a really tiny accent color, kind of like yellow, because like I would put yellow here again, but there's already a lot of let's see how that looks. Actually, I'm curious. Yellow as an accent color on the ribbons. I don't mind it, but I do think I like the blue a little bit more. Actually, I really like the gradient of purple to blue. I'm actually a big fan of that. I might keep this. So we got like the purple, but there's like a slight little difference at the end. Shit, what if I do like a 3-tone gradient? Hang on. Are we cooking? Maybe slightly cooking, perhaps not. No, that's a little too many colors. Let's keep it at this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna send this to her. This looks about done. Final checks. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything. Oh, you know what? Actually, what if? Because this star here is kind of like more of a pearly gray. What if I made one of these stars up here like a pearly gray too? Just make it like look really nice. Yo, hey Jeff, what's up? What's good? How's it doing, Brisky? Ooh, what if I... Oh my god, what if I did 3 different colors? That's kind of cute. What if I'm... Oh my gosh, what if I made them all... No, I do want one of the stars to be gold. I mean, like the main star will be gold. You're on lunch break? Oh wait, Jeff, aren't we both EST? What do you mean lunch break? it's like 9 p.m. I think one of these studs I will make that grayish color. I like the bottom one. Yeah, and we'll make the star look a lot nicer later. It's not gonna be yellow. I'm just putting this here temporarily. Oops, turn that off. Don't want that. Yeah, that's cute. Okay, now I'll send it to her. Second shift schedule. Whoa. See, is this still even considered lunch break, or is this like considered dinner break now? I know like usually at work it's always just like break, lunch break, then break, and like they don't really call it dinner break. But I feel like for second shift schedule for you, they should call it dinner break at this point. Oh, Alexis, you're 1 hour behind us. Okay, fire. Okay, hang on. Let me turn off this symmetry ruler. Whoa, music got loud. Okay, let me turn off the symmetry ruler and then send this off. Not show ruler. Move that. Hang on, wait. The song is so chaotic. There's like a guitar doing some crazy stuff on the left side of my earphones or headphones. And then there's like Vocaloid on the right side and a little on the left. But this is like crazy sounding song. And I want to save this as a JPEG. If I take a screenshot of this, it's so hard to see the details, and I do want her to be able to see the details. So let's put a whip on this and then send it. And now I'm thinking about like what I want to do after this now, because we finished this so early. I have been wanting to get a new starting soon screen because like I've been very slowly updating all my graphics and stuff. In case you didn't notice, very subtle change, but my like stream layout thing was more of a greenish tone yesterday. I don't know what happened, but it started using that older one, and I did change it to the current one now. Hopefully it doesn't like do that again, or like if it does, I'll actually catch it this time. But yeah, I do want to match everything, all the aesthetics together. Your hours are 1 p.m. to 11:30. Oh, that's late. Damn, are you getting overtime pay? Because that's it's kind of crazy. It's like 2.5 hours more than when you should be. Does that complement your DJ schedule if you're getting out at 2 a.m.? Maybe I'm just like biased because like where I live, everything's closed by like 2 a.m. I'm lucky if things are open past 11 p.m. to be honest. But I guess like when your hours are like regular and you're out at 11, that probably works well. Okay, I'm gonna very quickly open up my other screen to send this to the person. You do get overtime? Okay, you better be getting overtime pay for that, because that's crazy, dude. Earned comms. Down here. The teeth are not currently visible, but they will be pointed when they are. If there, let me know if there are any last minute adjustments you'd like to this. If everything looks okay, I will start splitting the pieces up and rendering them. And sent! Yippee! Alright. It's time to open up something else. And I gotta close this canvas too, because it's gonna lag everything if I don't close it. Let's do something new. You work Monday, Thursdays, off Friday to Sunday. Oh, that's pretty hype. So it's like a, do you work like a compressed week then? Is that what it is? Also, I know I opened a new canvas, but I don't actually know what the plan is. I just know that I wanted something that matches my other stuff. It doesn't have to have the same background, because like so far I've been like a little lazy and I've been reusing my backgrounds. So like my stream layout has the same background textures as my like banner and everything. So I don't necessarily want to do that again, because like I've been doing that and I do want something a little different. I've been like playing with some ideas in my mind. Nothing's like on paper yet, but I was thinking it'd be cute if I could have something a little animated. And I was thinking maybe like dozing off or something like that. No, I used to be a huge napper, which is why like the idea of like dozing off came to mind. Or maybe just something to show like setting up. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, okay, yeah, it's the 4-day 10-hour shifts. Okay, yeah, so it is kind of like a compressed schedule. I got that at my place too, but I'm not on that yet because I am part-time. So let me change the color of this paper. It's so bright, especially after working on that other canvas where everything was like on a colored thingamadoodle. Oh my god, guys, I don't know if you guys listen to Epic, but there is a new... I heard that Jorge, I hope I'm saying the name correctly, but I think Jorge is working on another like song series for, I think it's the Iliad. It's called Ilium, which I feel like is the Iliad. I don't know, they sound kind of similar, so that's why I'm assuming. I could be completely wrong. But I'm so hyped for that. I've been like trying to avoid like spoilers because I know I'm in the server where like he posts updates and stuff like that, and I think he posts like little snippets on his YouTube as well. But I like hearing the full song when it's out, so I've been like really avoiding that stuff. Oh my god, you're going to Auto concert? Wait, I'm going to Auto concert. Not this Wednesday, but I'm going like next month. I'm going to see Auto concert because she's gonna be in my or not my city, but like a nearby city, and I'm like, I gotta go. Oh my god, speaking of concerts, I just found out last week that Cat's Eye is having their first like concert tour, and I'm so sad because the day they're performing in my city is the day I'm like out of town because I'm going on vacation then, so I'm gonna be like in Japan, so I'm gonna miss their concert. And I was joking with like my friends about how like, oh, I'll come back and land in like Washington, because like the day they perform in Washington is the day like I come back after my trip. But like it's a joke because that's not feasible. It's gonna be so expensive. But man, I wish. I love Cat's Eye. I would have loved to see their concert. But yeah, that's really hype that you're seeing Otto on Wednesday. I feel like watching her live it would go so crazy, so hard. I'm so excited. And I was checking out her set list as well, and she's performing some of my favorite songs of hers, or like some of my favorite covers of hers as well. So I'm so super excited. Especially because like I think she is performing Show, I think as like the first song or something. I don't know, but that's so hype. Like, my fingers are crossed, I do want her to sing like Crime and Punishment, because like I love her cover of that. But I don't think, actually maybe that was on the set list, because I checked out the set list months ago. So maybe it was on it and I just forget. But I just remember she's doing Aishite, and she's doing Show for sure, for sure. That's very hype. Oh my god, wait, if I start playing auto songs, will that will that get copyright struck? I sure hope not. Actually, it might, depending on like who she's collabing with on a song. So maybe we don't risk it. Auto merch opens at 10 a.m. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. I was wondering if like maybe she would have like light sticks being sold at her place. Definitely like t-shirts. I'm like so sure she's gonna have like t-shirts or whatever sold, because like I feel like a lot of concerts always sell that kind of stuff. Light sticks would be so hype, but I don't know if I have it in me to line up like 4 hours in advance. Also, I can't line up 4 hours in advance because I have something before the concert. Oh my god, that whole day for me is gonna be so hype, because right before the auto concert, I'm going to watch a musical. So I'm just really excited for that day as a whole, because it's like I love this music in that musical as well. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but I'm gonna be watching The Great Comet, Natasha Pierre and The Great Comet, and I'm so excited for that. Wait, I might play that because I don't think I'm fingers crossed. I swear I haven't heard of anyone getting copyright struck for playing musical songs on stream. I really do want to play that. It's so hype, and I gotta share it. Light sticks are being sold. Oh my god, I gotta like no. I'm tempted to look. I know I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna look up the light stick designs. I don't think I'll like, be able to snag any, but auto concert light sticks. Google images. Oh, Phantom Sita has light sticks too. Okay. These are cute. They're pretty simple. They're just like a little gem jewel looking thing. But I guess like Otto doesn't really have. Actually, no. Is there a flower here? Oh my god! Wait, no, I leaned. Wait, no. These are really cute. I thought it was just like a regular light stick, and then I leaned forwards and I saw that the light inside is a flower. Wait, that's so cute. Okay, I even if I wanted to get a light stick, I still can. But I don't know if they have extras, and if I get lucky, maybe we'll get one. Oh, you haven't been to a concert? Okay, okay. It's actually been a super long time since I've been to a concert as well. Guys, I'm not even drawing anymore. We're just chatting at this point. But yeah, like a concert. It's pretty hype. The last time I went to one, it was a Gorillaz concert way back, like, oh my god, like 2016? It was so long ago. It's really hype. You basically just go to a giant stadium. Sometimes concerts are outdoors. I've only been to like indoors concerts, but you go to like a giant stadium, like a baseball stadium or a football stadium or something like that, and there's just like a bunch of people seated. And if you're lucky or you have the money, you can pay for like the seats like really close to the stage where the performer is. And I hear it's hype, but I think with some of those seats, you can't actually sit, you have to stand. I've never been to those, so I always sit like a little further away because it's a little cheaper, and like I'm mostly just there for like the vibes and the music, which I feel like you can get even if you're like not right at the base of the stage. And they have like big screens as well, so you can like kind of see, maybe like not directly, because if you're sitting farther, all you see really is like a little dot moving in the distance, but you can like kind of see what's going on with those big screens. And like for me, what I really like about concerts is that the acoustics go crazy. Like it's so loud in your ears. Oh, you sent me a merch list on Discord? Okay, fire. I will check it later. Yeah, a Sheena Ringo one would be crazy. I was I was talking with my friend the other day and I was telling her about how I was gonna be going to an Otto concert. And I think like I have a habit of talking really quickly, right? So I think I started like mixing up my words and I was like mentioning Sheena and mentioning Otto and mentioning like Crime and Punishment all in the same sentence. And she thought I was going to a Sheena Ringo concert. And then when I realized what was going on, I was like, no, 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 no. I wish she had a concert, but that is not the case. That's not where I'm going. But yeah, it would be crazy if she did a tour in a so I'm in North America, right? So it'd be crazy if she did a tour in North America. Actually, I feel like we're all like sort of similar area because our time zones are pretty close. Yeah, yeah, you do gotta wear hearing protection. I've definitely heard about people going with like earplugs and stuff. The Gorillaz concert I went to like a long time ago was pretty loud, but again, I was sitting farther away, so my hearing wasn't like that bad. But yeah, maybe I think I am sitting a little bit closer to the stage, not like super close, but closer than when I sat at the Gorillaz one. Also, Slipknot is a throwback. I haven't listened to their music in a long time. I used to listen to like the, you know, those like AMVs with like the super like heavy metal like screamo music on top, like overlaid on top. I think that was like when I listened to a lot of like Linkin Park, Slipknot, that stuff. Okay, wait. Let's let me get something on the canvas down. Wait, I love Millie, but like I might very quickly, cause like okay, so here's the thing with me. When I sketch, I don't know if like you're the same, Alexis, because like you also draw, but like for me, when I'm sketching, the music I listen to has such a big like impact on what I'm drawing. And like I love Mealy, but I don't think this is like the vibe I want at the moment. So I'm just gonna queue up a bunch of songs on my characters playlist. I'm gonna add like 12 songs to the queue. One of these songs is a little sketchy. It might get, because it's a K-pop, it's a pretty well-known K-pop song, so I'm a little worried that one might get like axed, but we'll see. Alright, songs added. Ooh, fire. Yeah, right? Music has such a big impact on drawing. Let's go. I'll say I've never really like super looked into earplugs, but that's good to know. I've never really liked putting things in my ears. Like I have like earphones, and I wear them when I'm like going out and I don't have a bag big enough to carry my headphones comfortably in them. I don't really like how they feel. I feel like it just kind of like, I don't know, it's a little uncomfy. I'll use earphones if I have nothing else. So I think if anything, I'm more likely to wear headphones, but that's like kind of, I feel like that's kind of, I feel like you'll get looks if you show up at a concert with headphones on. Or maybe some people will be understanding. I feel like keeping your ears safe is a pretty widespread thing now. Especially with all the shorts and stuff going around. Oh wait, let's thumbnail this out first. Let's thumbnail this out. So I was thinking maybe just like, maybe like 5 keys. So I was thinking like a little, because it would be cute to have like a little, just a character here on the side, like a little chibi, and then like a desk here. This is so messy. I'm just kind of like typing away. No, I don't like that. So here's the thing. I'm not that great at chibis, so maybe we work towards our strengths and we don't do that. Maybe something like this. This is like not exactly, because I did draw my character like kind of leaning against a windowsill in the past before. You know what? I have lore for my character that I'm using. I should follow that actually. Well, I'll keep the sketch on for now, just like for idea generation. I'm much a fan of headphones. Oh yeah, yeah, the headphone den. I've seen that. Okay, it's not even. I was about to say I've seen that memed online so often, but it's not even a meme because it does for sure happen. I think it's like the gamer dent or whatever, where you're like super wearing your headphones super often. I think as long as you're not wearing it for like 80% of your waking hours, you should be fine. I think, but like I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Because I wear my headphones pretty often, so yeah, that makes sense, because like I don't really go to clubs super often, but like the rare occasional time when I do go to a club, the music is blasting. One time I went with like a few friends and there was no space there, right? And it was a very chill club, because like I don't really like the super hectic ones. Like this was like they had like arcade games in there. It was very hype. But we were like situated right beside the speakers, and my goodness, it was so loud. So loud. Oh, you know what would be cute? Wait. Like a top-down view of my character nodding to sleep. Or what if they're like looking up? It's kind of cute too. Kind of like this kind of situation. Ooh. Oh my god, these proportions are so whack, but it's okay. It's a sketch. It's a sketch. Now this is genuinely a sketch. I was saying that a lot with the model we were working on earlier, but this time this is genuinely a sketch. love the song. I actually wanted to cover this for a while, but I don't know, I just never got around to it. I mean, the character doesn't necessarily have to be sleeping. They can just be like bobbing their head up and down. It's kind of cute. You need a neck, my good sir. Oh, do you need to like change the framing? Ooh, I have not been saving. Let's move this to. So I have like a bunch of folders. Sometimes it takes a while to search up the right folder. Starting screen. Alright, see ya, Jeff. Thanks for dropping in. Have fun with work. Yeah, truly a sketch indeed. I think even in the past, I like never streamed my sketching phase usually, because it's always so like, no. Years ago, I would stream the sketching phase because I was just like going for it. But more recently, I've been like a little self-conscious of the sketch. So I haven't been doing that as much. But oh my god, hello? Ah! Why is it not moving? What is going on here? Whoa. Is my spacebar not working? Whoa. This is a little weird. I'm gonna type something on my on my thing real quick. Let's check. No, my spacebar is working. This is so strange. Okay, I might have to like restart clip real quick. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm restarting clip. This will be very speedy. Yeah, fixed. Perfect. No more technical difficulties. Technical difficulties be gone. Yeah? Man, how long would that have been? I think like, because I went on such a huge streaming break. And then I think the first stream I did when I got back was working on an illustration commission, but I think I was like already on the coloring phase of that. So it must have been one of the older streams for sure. I think I have a lot of them privated now. Because this was also, or not necessarily privated, but this was like before YouTube had the live tab on the channel. So it was like, so that's why it doesn't like show up there anymore. Let's see. I do kind of like this thumbnail here. I wonder if I can like push the perspective of that a little bit just to see how that looks. Oh, it's the first one on public? Okay, I don't even remember which one that was. Let me take a look. Oh my god, wait, oh my god, sorry, you're so right, I forgot. The one from 2 years ago? Oh my god! Yeah, that's a throwback for sure. Man, that was wild. Yeah, that one was a fun one. That was very different from what I usually draw. this is not bad, but taking up a little too much space on this frame. I feel like with this kind of if I do this kind of illustration, it would be better if I like rigged it, but I don't really want to. I mean, I could, but I think it would be cuter if I hand animated it. Let's keep idea spawning. Idea spawning. Do like a little table here. Oh, this is cute. Wait, I have. You know, honestly, I could do like a starting soon thing, so I can pick like, because I do like this one. I can have this as like a starting soon thing, and then this as like an ending thing. Yeah, because that makes more sense too, because with dozing off. Okay, let's do it. I also, oh my god, wait, there's so many things out. I just remembered there's another thing I wanted to do. I wanted to do like a BRB sign. It's like a cute little like BRB or something. But for another time, let's commit to one of these for now. And let's label this so we don't forget. Thumbs. The starting soon one is more quote unquote pressing, quote quote, air quotes, but I want to do this one. I want to do this one over here, so I might do that. Oh, let's change the canvas size to fit. So 120 by change canvas size. Wait, I gotta do some quick maths. 1920 divided by 35. Oh, I gotta do. Sorry. Alright, it's time to go quiet again. Wednesday is gonna be the last time I have to like do these like quiet hour stuff, and then after that, no more quiet hours. Okay, 0 point. Okay. Two, 4, 8, 0 times 1, 3, 5, 7. Ooh, this is. Oh my god, I did not math correctly. Hang on. Oh my god, wait, I actually can't math. Hold on. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. Surely. Okay, this looks right. This looks right. This is why I dropped math first chance I got. I just basically tried every possible combination of the equation. I did like blah divided by blah, and I was like, this number does not look right. Then I did like, I switched it up, and I was like, this number looks even worse. And I multiplied it and finally worked out. Okay, hide that. Put this here. Let's expand. Jarvis, enhance. Actually, I might make the canvas smaller. I don't want this. I already feel it lagging. Oh wait, let me change the name of the stream because this is not. We're not working on the model art anymore. There we go. More accurate. Oh yes, let me make this smaller. change image resolution. Let's do 2000. Yeah, that should be good. Because I don't want this too detailed anyways. You haven't used math on Django before? Yeah, fair enough. I was mostly just using them to calculate the canvas size because I want to make sure the dimensions match up with the screen size. I think the only time like I've really kind of like applied math to drawing, and like it's not even really applying math to drawing, it's more like it's more like I just like took the end result of like a math equation and applied it, and that was with the, oh my god, what is it called? The golden ratio. Like, I know there's like a bunch of math stuff that goes into the golden ratio. I cannot for the life of me recall what the math exactly was, but I do know it created the golden ratio, and stuff looks real nice when you draw on top of that. So that's the one thing the one time I kind of like use math. Also, my little like tip, or not really tip, it's more like a personal strat, because I struggle with like drawing cuter or like more simplified like cheapy stuff. I find if I use a bigger brush to do it, it helps me focus less on the details. So I'm going to be using a bigger brush than I normally use. Okay, hang on. I am gonna draw the eyes open temporarily. To help me get a better bearing on the proportions. Damn, this is whack. It's a sketch. I always have to remind myself, we're sketching, it's okay, things will look bad, that is okay. Because these are sketches. I've always been like a bit of a perfectionist, so that's one of the main reasons why I stopped streaming when I sketch, because I'm always like, this doesn't look that good, it's not clean. I just gotta like remind myself, trust the process, it will look fine later, it will look fine. Also, since we're gonna be animating this, we're not really gonna be like coloring or rendering this the way I usually do, so we gotta be like a little more clean the lines. So maybe like working on the model, that's air quote sketch of that model is like good training in preparation for this. It's charming. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. I need to watch this. Have you seen Link Click? I have not, but I remember when it first came out, I was like interested in it because the aesthetic seems like right up my alley. And I watched the first episode, but I don't remember why, but I dropped it for some reason. I think because like I was checking it out as it was coming out, and I'm like really bad at keeping up with things on a weekly basis. So I think I watched the first episode, and then I was like, okay, I'll watch episode 2 next week, and I just forgot about it. Next week never came. think like season 2 for that is coming out soon if it's not already out. So like I should get on that, but there's so many things I want to watch first. Probably not. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I keep seeing art of the two main characters on Twitter. Not as much nowadays, but I saw it a lot when the series was first coming out. We're just gonna give us a huge table. We might. Yeah, why not? Let's get a huge table. Oh, I don't think I've heard of Witch Watch. I'm gonna be so real. I'm like a little behind on anime. I kind of like read what's coming out on Mal, like my anime list every so often, but I don't super check out, like actually go to watch it. Oh yeah? Okay, wait, let me look it up now. I'm curious. I always love when anime has a good opening and ending. Witch Watch. Oh, this looks cute! Okay, let's see, let's see. Oh, so this is Magical Girl? That's pretty good. 7.42 on my anime list. Comedy fantasy. Cute. Oh my god, it's a silly premise. Anime always has such silly premises. I love it. Wait, I'm like very tempted to just keep looping this playlist. I'm gonna be super real. I might do that. I might do that. Okay, we'll get to looping the playlist once we get to Actually, let's just play the song from the beginning. Loop, loop, loop. Oh wait, on the topic of like magical girls though, I think Madoka Magica is getting another movie, which is pretty hype. Because I think it's so I think it's a sequel to like the most recent movie, but so I watched the most like recent standalone Madoka where it wasn't just like a recap movie, like years ago back in elementary school, and I don't remember if it was like the kind of movie that could set up for a sequel is the only thing. So I gotta like get a better read on what that new movie is about it exactly, because if I remember correctly, I think it was meant to be a sequel of some sort, but I just don't know which movie it would be a sequel for. I'm pretty sure it's the same character still, but oh, I love ribs so much. Right? No, no. As long as corporations got their hands on the IP, it's never over. I just hope the new movie is good. and I'm sure it's not going to be just another recap, because like if I remember correctly, they called it a sequel, so it can't just be a recap. Maybe like the first 30 minutes are a recap, but surely not the full one. Yeah, I'm excited to. I'll give it a go. This is quite messy, but this gets the job done. And I do want to add some stuff to the table, so it's not just so plain. No, don't even say that. You're gonna jinx it. Like, I wouldn't put it past whoever's in charge of the movie to do that, because that's happened so many times. I think, like, it's happened with the Code Geass movies, and like I kind of get it with the Code Geass movies because some of them are like, it's like talking about like a branching reality, right? So a lot of like the first movie, no, the entire first movie was pretty much the exact same. I think the second movie was when they started introducing like little changes. I can't really get into the changes without doing spoilers, and I would hate to spoil Code Geass because I love that show so much, and I want, if you haven't seen it, I want you to like get the full experience. But literally, the change was so minor in the second movie that it really was just like, I feel like an hour and a half of recap and then 5 minutes of new content. And then it got a bit better afterwards, because like that's when they really started branching the timelines. But even then, there was like a lot of similarities still, so. Alright, let's see, what else should I put on this table? What's the character? Should I put a nose? That's just one extra thing to animate. Do I need a nose? Do I need to smell? No, I don't like how it looks with the nose. I want to shrink you down a little bit. So you're very hunched over the table. You can like maybe curl your fingers a bit. So rough. I mean, the rest of this is just background stuff, so we could just go into cleaning this up and then animating it, to be completely honest. Let's see, what does my character like? Oh wait, this was too much brain thinking on a weekday. Maybe we'll just go straight to doing this and then we'll figure out the other stuff later. I think the background's gonna be very plain anyways. Yeah, let's just go to cleaning the character up. And like, I know Clip Studio has like an animation feature and I should be using that for this. But I think I'm gonna draw the keys here and then I'll move them there and I'll do the in-betweens on the other, the animation, what's it called? File. Not drawing a nose? Yeah. Usually I do like drawing the nose as well, but I'm like, I can't get the nose to look right when I do it on like a simplified chibi version. That's like my Achilles heel. And like the thing is, this isn't even like full chibi, but I don't like how the nose looks. Maybe I'll like it more when I like clean the lines up a bit, but for now, not too much. Fair enough, fair enough. I think like I used to like drawing noses like, hang on, let me like dig through the memory repository. When did I used to draw noses? Cause I went through like I went through a couple different phases. I used to draw noses so big. Like I'd be like, hang on, I gotta do like a 3/4 view kind of situation. So eyes, yay, yay, so happy, and like a little mouth or something. So the different phases of like noses I drew, at one point I was like so into like the ikemen kind of look, so I did noses like that, which is like fine, but it just looked so big and did not match the rest of the styles. Like, oh god, this was during my webcomic phase. I would do this. And like I think at some point I started like doing this on the noses, which I do still like doing actually. I do like that still. Oh my god, so do haha. And then I think at one point I started doing like, these are all very small changes, but I think at one point I started doing like just like that. So like I guess I always drew like these kind of nostril things. I don't think because I think I was like really focused on trying to get like the kind of not hyper realistic, but like kind of more realistic anime style. It just was not working out. So I guess, like, to be honest, I guess the way I draw noses hasn't changed that much over the years. I don't know what's going on here. This is a little goofy thing. Anyway, just get rid of that. Oh yeah? You know what, maybe. I do like the Ghibli style. I think like what I've noticed with Ghibli style though is like, especially with the profile, not necessarily on like the older, like more mature looking characters, but like on the younger characters, their noses are super small. Like, actually, hang on. I don't know if I can do this from like memory, but it'll be like eyes and then yeah, I can't do this from memory, but it's also like a little more realistic proportions, and like the noses would be like pretty soft and small, something like this. Oh god. This is not like Ghibli style at all, but like, yeah, I don't remember what it is. It's like these really small kind of like noses, or like slightly delicate and round. Actually, it's not that far off, I think. I only remember what they look like from profile view though. It's just like really soft curves. Anyways. Damn, sometimes I think about like animators with like Eastern animation. It's crazy because there's so many details in it. And like that they draw all those details every time. And with their like tight deadlines too, it's actually insane. Because like with Western animation, a lot of it is rigged or 3D. But even with 3D, it is like kind of, you have like the assistance of like E-frames and like ease and stuff. So the software really helps you cut down on time. But with hand-drawn, there's not really a way to do that. I mean, there is, but it's definitely not as efficient as like easing with keyframes. But like genuinely, it's so impressive. Wait, hang on, hang on, hold on. Why am I trying to clean this up? The single image. I should be doing the other stuff. Kara 1. And let's do the next keyframe. Let's organize these a little bit. I'm back in the illustration mindset, so I forgot I should be doing this. I know, it's like, it is interesting, but it's also so sad. I was watching a video the other day by Charlie, like Penguin Zero, and he was I didn't even know this movie existed, but the guy who did Samurai Jack, I forget his name, he's apparently in charge of this 2D movie that's coming out. And it's like Sony is like technically on it, but they're not releasing it under any of like the Sony stuff. It's like releasing it on this other streaming platform or whatever, or that's not the right word, but basically it's not releasing directly under Sony. And it's so tragic because like it's been so long since we have like there was Klaus, but that was like a couple of years ago now too, and that was like amazing. But this movie, it's 2D, but the story is so dog water. I hate it. The story is literally, it's about a dog and it's about to get fixed. So then it's like the movie's about it like doing all these shenanigans before, like the day before it gets fixed, or oops, oh, I nearly dropped my pen. They're doing all these shenanigans the day before it gets fixed, and I hate it because it's such like crude and it's such dopey humor. Like it's like Big Mouth humor. If you've ever like heard of that show, which is just very like, it's just very crude humor, and that's not for me. And I feel like that kind of stuff is like, I don't know, it's such wasted potential. And what's crazy is that the director has been wanting to like, has been pitching this since like I think 2009 or something. The premise is so bad. Like, who are you making this for? Who is gonna watch this? You have so much power to do like a really cool 2D animated movie, and you make this a weird thing about a dog getting his balls removed. Like, no, come on. This is what's gonna give 2D animation a bad rep. Because like, like you said, like 2D animated films might like start going away. Studio Ghibli. Oh my god, yeah, Studio Ghibli. I forgot about Born the Heron. But like genuinely in the West at least, it's a dying art. At least in terms of like feature films, which is so sad. Yeah, but you know what's funny? I hear that yeah, Big Mouth is like I'm not a big fan of it, but apparently the workers get treated very, very well. Like the employees get treated well. They got like benefits and stuff at Big Mouth. So good for them. Like I hate the show, but I guess I'm happy for the environment. Also, you know how they always say to like have reference when you draw or like animate? I'm doing this without any reference right now, so we're just gonna hope and pray it looks okay. Especially because this is not an angle you see very often, so it's a little like, it's a little like rough, but yeah. Yeah, I don't even remember where I heard about that from. It was either I read it online or I heard about it in class. Yeah, no one ever does this pose. So like sometimes I'll go to like life drawing where you like have a model and you'll get to draw them. I've not seen a model do this pose, so this is truly just trust the process and like keep drawing random lines until it looks right. Yeah, no, that does make sense, and I totally get you there. I I use reference or try to use reference when I'm animating usually, but when I'm illustrating, I it's not even an ego thing, it's a lazy thing. I just don't get references. I get references when I'm drawing hands usually, because hands are like there's so many digits there and that's like a bit of a struggle, and you don't really have fabrics to like kind of hide mistakes there. The body I don't really like reference that often because usually I can kind of spoiler alert, I can kind of like BS it a bit by hiding it behind the fabric folds. But it's definitely better to have reference, and yeah, it for sure helps it look nicer. More of a lazy thing? Yeah. You and me both, you and me both. Oh, yeah. Do you ever like use yourself as a reference? Because like I find as like a fellow lazy reference searcher to lazy reference searcher, sometimes I just like try to make the reference myself because it is tricky to find the reference for a pose sometimes. Okay, this one I do have to clean up because this is so this is way too messy. I can't even see what's going on here. Fair enough, fair enough. I also don't like super like it that much. I used to back in my days, I was a bit younger, I used to be like really oh my god, look at sorry, my cat's meowing. I'm gonna get up and get like a little like 10-minute break in a bit, I think, just like feed him. Because this is like around his feeding time. But I used to take pictures of myself often because I'd be like, oh, I'm so cool. But I think over the years, I think this was like for a while I was pretty not I don't say vain, but I put a lot of emphasis on like appearance, which is like not the healthiest. But yeah, over the years I just don't do that anymore because I think a part of me is still like a little self-conscious of it. I don't like seeing myself unless it's like a perfect picture. Just like, yeah. All I have to say is, I get you. Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess it is. It's a little funny, but yeah. Thank you, thank you. Also, the smart thing to do here would be to like draw this on the what is this called? On the vector layer, so I can actually edit the lines. But I'm not gonna do that because I don't wanna. And also because it's a little too late for that. I'm too far deep. I'm definitely simplifying these hands because everything is very simplified here. It's a little wonky. Hang on, see, this is one of those moments where I need reference. Okay. You know what? The thumb doesn't even show up in my reference, so. Oh yeah, that's kind of funny. Let's do this. Like it's not accurate to my like very speedy reference, which is literally just me holding up my arm at the wrong angle. But like I like it. We're going off of vibes. Okay, one more minute and I'm gonna go on a quick like 10-minute break to feed my cat.
순서 없이 상대를 한꺼풀씩 뻗기시 불이 꺼지면 더 뜨거워지지 여느 때보다 깊은 대화 중에 우리 이상 가까워지면 남돼 각자의 품에 낯선 향기가 돌아야 진짜 섹시한 관계 I will do you tonight private special duet stage 환상의 호흡을 자랑해줘 Show me what you got 내 마이크 잡았을 땐 vibration 너가 창해줘 이건 곤충체집으로 못 가는 잠자린 걸 알아줘 Shall I come to pick you up 아님 주소 찍고 일로 와 오늘 밤도 난
That hand looks a little off. That's okay. Okay, hang on. It's looking really good so far. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go take like a quick 10-minute break to feed my cat. I'll be back.
退后些，习惯下才能看清你的脸，像将要垂跌的玻璃，酒杯默变着分钟里漂浮。我快就能够回到从前的这边的广场，有点变的机会啊，你麻醉我这无所理智。若干年过去了，我是否还能做我自己？I got lost in this street that I'm living in, or maybe I should just quit. 无意识看了看我的右手，那落叶掠过了我的袖口，未来的几首曾是天后，我目光怎么又被偷走？ You should really stop thinking about it, stop thinking about it, stop thinking about it. Why your mind overclouded? 脱离现实的梦境化为气泡，失重到我需要怎样才能自保 ？So stop thinking about it, stop thinking about it, stop thinking about it. Why your mind overclouded? 在这时间的缝隙停止思考，我明白多少烦恼都是庸人自扰。脱离现实的梦境化为气泡，失重到我需要怎样才能自保 ？So stop, steady your stride, go through the night。在这时间的缝隙停止思考，我明白多少烦恼都是庸人自扰。
Oh my god, Backstreet's back? Alright. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, they made, like, the creator, he made so many bangers, so I don't know why this is his passion project of all things. I'm sure there could be better passion projects, but alas, it is what it is. you, thank you. Thank you for the welcome back. You know what? I've never actually really drawn my character from behind, so I think the pattern would be the same probably, but just assume it is. Also, now that I've gotten like a bit of time to refresh my eyes, this arm's reaching a little long. There we go. That does look a bit better. Yeah, I don't know if you like read interactive fiction at all, but I was reading this Reddit post lately, and it's made me want to reread this one. Oh, this looks odd. But it's making me want to reread this one book that I finished a while back. And I know book 2 is in the works, and I actually played through the story twice already. But I have this habit of always playing my characters with the same personality, but I heard for this book, if you change a character's personality, you actually get a lot of different flavor text. So I do want to replay it and like force myself to try a different personality. Also, there's this other interactive fiction I've been reading. Oh, sorry. The name of the interactive fiction I was talking about earlier is called Fernway Saga. You can play it on Hosted Games. Sponsored by Hosted Games. Jokes, I'm not sponsored. But then the other one that I've been replaying, it's Zombie Exodus, and it's pretty good. And I was pretty happy with my replay of it because I got an ending I was a big fan of. The story's not done yet. There's like I finished part 3 and there's still like a part 4 in the works. But I made a mistake, and I had it so that my character was interested in only guys. But I was playing through and I realized I didn't like any of the guy characters in there. So I was like, okay, I gotta restart. I gotta make him like everyone, because there's this one character who I was like so obsessed with. But like I freaking gender locked myself out of her as a romantic option, so I was like, I gotta replay the game. But I didn't want to replay it from like book 1 because there are so many words in this book. So I did like a quick character creation in book 2 to like kind of speed run through a little bit. But I was like very optimizing with like my playthrough in book 1, so I had so many like inventory things that I like gathered for myself in book 1 that I just didn't have in book 2 with the pre-made character. So it's been like I want to romance her, but it's been such a struggle because I know I'm missing so many things that I had in my original playthrough. But alas, that's what I get for gender locking myself out of ROs. Because I always play as I play as the same character all the time. He's like an OC at this point because I name him the same thing and I give him the exact same personality in every single like story that I use him in. But yeah. Also, I think we're like past the sketching phase now, so when this loop ends, I'll go back to our regularly scheduled Spotify mix. See, the downsides of drawing all this in not the animation function in CSV is I can't really like flip between the two. So I might actually like start transferring now. Oh my god, yeah. So I still did that a lot in university after I graduated high school, because I did that so much in high school as well. Like I'd be the teacher giving a lecture, I'd be like face planted down. It was actually so bad because I would sit in the front row sometimes and still do that. It was actually terrible. And I never learned my lesson because I went to uni after that, and like I was still doing that. I think I grew out of it by like third year, not because not because I wisened up, but because everything was like online at that point. So I couldn't nod off and like faceplant on the desk even if I wanted to, because everything was like online on Zoom at that point. And then like I went to like I switched in I didn't switch, but I did another program afterwards, and that one when I had to lock in, I was terrified of falling asleep in class for that one because my teachers were like super strict. Like I love my teachers there. I learned so much from them, but I was terrified to fall asleep in those classes. Now these hands be looking like Roblox hands. Yeah. Actually, did you also like sleep on like face plant the desk in elementary school? I think like I didn't start doing it until high school, because high school was when I started getting like really into anime, and I'd always see like characters face planting their desks to sleep, and I was like, these characters are so cool, I'm gonna be just like them. Yeah. Like, it was actually so bad, because when I was younger, I would show up at school tired. Not because I was actually tired, I would like make myself stay up late, because I was like, all the cool kids are doing it. But like, I thought it was cool to be tired at school and to like faceplant on the desks back then. So silly. that universal experience, I swear. Or at least for everyone who's like in our communities, because like I did the exact same thing. I would like also stay up so late or like watching anime. I remember at one point, which show was it? It might have been Code Geass, or maybe it was Death Note. It was one of the two. But I was like so invested in the series that like yeah, I would also like try to stay up the whole night, even though it was like school the next day. It's like what? For me though, I think like back then, most of the time when I stayed up late, the like I think like maybe like 30% of the time it was like because I was either like reading manga or watching anime. But okay, a lore confession time. I don't know. I used to like roleplay online. So like I would stay up really late, like most of the time when I stayed up late it was to do that. Oh my god, wait, no, sorry. I completely forgot like a thing. So like 30% of the time it was from anime or manga, and then 50% of the time it was from like roleplay. But then wait, am I mathing correctly? So it's 50, 30, okay, 80, and then 20% of the time I would be staying up late. I would be staying up late because I was playing Mystic Messenger. Oh my god, I gotta know, did you ever play Mystic Messenger? That was such an era. Oh my god, good times. I actually look back really fondly on that game. I re-downloaded it like earlier this year, and like I think I got to like day 2 and then I stopped playing it because I don't know. I couldn't keep up with it. But like back when it first came out, I think this was like high school now because this is when Missing Messenger was out. Yeah, it took up so much of my time. I remember, oh my god, I remember at one point, so the very first route I did in Mystic Messenger is, this like blonde-haired kid called, what's his face, called Yusung, and I didn't like choose to go on his route, I just like naturally fell into his route because this guy plays the League of Legends, and I was like so into League of Legends back then. I still am, but like, I was like really into League back then, like a crazy amount. And yeah, so I ended up on his route, and I was so, like, I wasn't really feeling him at first, but as the days went on, I think by like day 9, the plot started to like really thicken. Wait, no, I have so many stories about roleplay, it's crazy. I'll go into them some other time. Oh man. But first I gotta talk about Mystic Messenger because it's such a fond memory of mine. I think like around day 9 of Mystic Messenger was when like shit started to hit the fan. And at that point I was like, oh shoot, I actually am so invested in this character. Wait, Yusung, what's going on? Because he was like not, okay, I'm talking about him like he's a real person, but I swear to god, and that game was good. Like it made you really care for the characters. I was like, wait, why hasn't Yusung messaged me the entire day? Because it's like it's kind of like what's an equivalent? Like I think Love and Deep Space is similar, where like the characters will text you, but I'm not sure because I haven't played that game. But basically in Mystic Messenger, the characters will like text you at like certain times of the day, but like that includes like 5 a.m. text, 3 a.m. text. So on like one of the later days of the route, I was like so worried for Yusung. Bear in mind, I was like tweens age, so I was like, this was my peak romance moment. And I was just so worried that I literally stayed up. This is one of those times where like in those 20% moments where I stayed up all night just waiting for him to text me back. Because I was like, Yusung, don't be dead, what is going on? Because like there's like some dangerous stuff going on in his route. In every route there's like a bit of like dangerous stuff going on. But in his route he was like, oh god, it's been so long. I think he was like infiltrating something or something like that. I don't know. But I was so worried. And then I remember when I finally heard back from him, I got like a CG picture of him like talking like in the car with someone else after like getting off the phone with me. And like I remember in the phone call he sounded so like, I was like, whoa, something is off here, because he was being all like, don't worry about me, everything is fine. I've got everything covered. And I was like, what do you mean? And then like I don't remember how that call ended. But the CG afterwards was like a two-parter because it was him talking to whoever else was in the car, and then he turns his face and we see. Wait, I'm getting into spoiler territories. I don't know if you ever plan on like playing Mystic Messenger, specifically Fusung's route. This is like a little heads up. I'm about to get into like hella spoiler territories. 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'm gonna talk about it. But yeah, he turned his face and he has a bandage over one of his eyes. And like my character in game does not know this, but me the player, me the reader, I'm like looking at the CG and I'm like, Hyusung, oh my god, are you okay? What happened? You're fine with spoilers? Okay, fire, good. But yeah, in short, that game had me in a chokehold. I went through and played all the, and like it was actually really good because like at the time I didn't have a job at the time because I was underage, so I couldn't get a job if I wanted to. So I was like saving up, scrimping and saving like crazy to try to get like the Mystic Messenger currency so that I could like call the characters and like unlock extra stories, because they started adding like a lot of really fun like extra content, like Valentine's Day stories, Christmas stories. So cute. And like the CG was like really CGs were like really cute as well, which is like a whole nother topic I could go down, actually, talking about the Mystic Messenger CGs. But staying on track for now, it was like, yeah, Mystic Messenger was great. I remember though when they introduced wait, hang on, I gotta pull up some of these characters so to like give a little context on like what I'm talking about. Mystic Messenger characters. I'll pull up like the main 5. Actually, no, because I want to talk about a few others. This is like such a pixelated image. I'm gonna use it. Okay. So these are like the main love interests in the Mystic Messenger. Oh wait, oh my god, they cropped out Jaehee. That's crazy. Let me go add her in. Jaehee Mystic Messenger. Can't believe they cropped out the actual love of my life. I love her. Hello? Give me a nice picture of her, please. Please. Okay, this is like cropped a little weird, but it's like good. It's a good picture. Let's take her default. Okay. One of these is not like the others. So you've definitely seen it before? Yeah, Mystic Messenger was like, it popped off for like a really long time because like back then the company like really cared about the game, and they like, because like Chiditz has made other Otome games before, but they were all like PC games. Like I don't know if you've heard of like Dandelion, like they made that, and they made this other game that I forget the name of. I have that game, but I just couldn't finish it because it was so, I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling that game, so I didn't finish it. Yeah? Oh my god, Mystic Messenger digging its claws into everyone. As it should. It's a good game. I think it like holds up to the test of time really well. Like, if I had the time to play it again right now, I think I would enjoy it just as much as I did the first time I played it, genuinely. But yeah. So like, Yusung is this guy. Oh my god, hello? Yusung is this kid here. So that was the first route I ever did. And that was fine. But later on, so these two were like added on afterwards. Everyone else was like a base route. Actually, hang on, so this guy, whoa, this guy, and this girl were like in the common route, so you could kind of, when you first started, you can go on any of these 3 people's routes. You can put 1s on all of them. Okay. Yeah, and then once you complete one of these routes, you get to go to like tier 2 of routes. So you get to go on to like either this guy or this guy, and these are like the, I forget, they called it something, not true routes, because these 2, oh no, I think they were, these were like the true routes, because they get you to like more the meat of the story. And then these guys, when they got introduced like later, for like kind of like extra, not really alternate universe, but just like extra stuff. Yeah, so I don't remember when it came out, but it was like a lot later. I think like, okay, I'll get into ranking these routes later, but I just remember this guy is such a sweetie. This guy, he this guy, he needs therapy for real. Like, I remember this route was so painful to play through. Just cause like, wait, I gotta pull up another picture because she's important. Mystic Messenger. Then this character also like sort of has a route, but also, well, not really. Wait, I'm gonna put a really pretty picture of her. Oh wait, it's so pixelated. I want to use this picture, but like it's super pixelated. Open a new tab? It's a little better. Okay, so this girl is not a love interest. She's more like antagonist. That you can kind of rizz up, or rather she rizzes you up. I mean, you can kind of rizz her up as well, but she's not an official person. Both pale haired characters in the lady one. Oh my god! Yeah. Okay. So good choices. This guy, he is so funny. Wait, hang on. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm all over the place right now, but this guy, his name is Zen, and he is so funny. Zen is such a narcissist, but in like a funny way, because he doesn't like put other people down. He just like loves himself. He's like, oh, I'm so hot stuff. I'm so cool. Doesn't everyone love me so much? Like, it's like, some people think he's annoying because he's like always talking about that. I think he's so funny because he's never malicious about it. So like, yeah, I think that's a good choice. This guy, oh, hang on. Wrong way. Okay, this guy, his name is I know it's an Sarah. And this guy is this guy's brother, and he's one of like he was one of the later roots that came out, and he is such a sweetheart. But his personality is like super split. So he has one version of him that's like so sweet. So like he's literally giving like princess treatment to the main character like 24/7. But he's also like, that personality is also like super timid and stuff. Because he gets friggin' bullied by this girl, the antag. Yeah, so poor kid. But then he has a second personality that's very like he. Okay, it's not really like gremlinly. It's more like this is like a more accurate depiction of a second personality, because it's like so. Yeah, he also needs therapy for sure. Like both of the new rude people need therapy. Actually, a lot of his characters do, but but yeah, if you look at his good ends, he's a pretty cool guy. I really like his aesthetic, and I think for a while he was my favorite. The thing is, I wasn't a big fan of his voice, because I felt like the Korean voice didn't really fit the character, but I still like the character. He's a good guy. Yeah, and then the girl, Jakey, my wife, she's so... she's like... Okay, hang on. Write her name. She's like the biggest fangirl of Zen. Oh, but it's like it's not the kind of fangirl where she's like, oh, I want to marry Zen so bad. It's like the more protective fangirl because like they work together, right? Like all of these characters, except for Rika, they all kind of like work in the RFA, which is like a charity foundation. So she's like very professional. Oh, also, she works for this guy. This is her boss, Junin. And she's like constantly overworked, stressed, and she finds like all her like relaxation and joy from fanning over Zen. So she's really funny too. Sometimes when you're on like Zen's route, she'll be like, you can't do that. You gotta like be careful because like Zen's got an image to maintain, and like that part gets a little like, oh, Jaehee, I get it, but like when you get to her route, she's like the sweetest, and I love her. They do this a lot actually with the routes, where like in some routes, like some characters will be insufferable. Like in Junin's route, Zen is like so insufferable. But then like when you play Zen's route, Junin is like so like, I hate this guy, he's so annoying, like stay in your own lane, buddy. And then when you like, it's rough sometimes. Rika, she actually eventually kind of gets like a route of her own. It's not really a route, it's more like a epilogue side story sort of shenanigans. It's less you romance her and more you just kind of learn about her backstory. But actually in Saren's route, you kind of get rizzed up by her, and like one of the bad ends is you get rizzed by her so hard that you join her. She's a cult leader. You're gonna give it a go? Okay. As like a little like note, each route is about I think like each route is about like 12 days maybe. So just like prepare to set aside 12 days of just checking your phone to see when the characters text or call you. It's such a time investment, but like if you have the time, it's so fun. I recommend it. Unfortunately, it used to be like really easy to get hourglasses to like unlock stories, and like if you, cause like oh, another little tip, but if you miss too many chat rooms, you can get a bad end that way as well. Which is why like hourglasses are so important. But yeah, it's like harder to get hourglasses now, because when the game first came out, there were so many like bugs and glitches, and every time there was an error, they'd be like, "Hi, sorry for messing up the app. Compensation, take like 100 hourglasses, yay!" Yeah. So unfortunately, they don't do that anymore, and I think they started putting more of their effort into the Sum, which is another game by them. Similar concept, where like a guy will like message you, but it's like it's not as good. Kade, hi Kade. Yeah, we were talking about Mystic Messenger right now. Well, we were working on an animation, but then we got sidetracked and started talking about Mystic Messenger. So that's what we're on about right now. But yeah, the other game by Chedits, that's like also a mobile game with like the texting thing, I do not recommend, because yeah, I don't know, the Sum takes place in the same universe as Mystic Messenger as well, but I feel like they only did that to try to like redeem the game, because otherwise the game is so nothing burger. Because that game, it's like they like really force you to like make microtransactions in order to like, because like some of the choices, I don't know if they like changed it, because I heard about all this like when the game was first coming out and then like the year afterwards, but when the game was like in the first year of this game, sometimes some choices that you can make would be like paywall locked, like you'd have to like give it a special currency to be able to select that choice, which is so silly. And that's also why Mystic Messenger is superior, because they don't really have that. You can make any choices you want. The only time you really need hourglasses or currency is if you like miss a chat room, which in and of itself is like pretty rough as well, because like who is actually gonna get all those chat rooms unless like without sacrificing their sleep schedule. I think like back in the days when I was playing this and I had so much energy, even I would be missing like at least one chat room every day, because it'd be crazy. Like they'd send you like a message at like 11 then they'd send you a message at like 3, then they'd send you like a second message at like 3:30, and like it was like I would set alarms. I'd be like, all right, they messaged me at 3. I'm gonna set like a short little like 1 hour alarm, and like I'm gonna like wake up and prepare for the next message. But like no, it's no. You think you've outgamed the system, but sometimes they do a thing where they'll send you like a group chat message at 3 a.m. and you go to sleep and you wake up at 4 expecting, okay, I haven't missed anything, but it'll be like at 3:15 they actually started a second group chat, and then like when I wake up at 4 there's a third group chat, so I missed a group chat because they just like the timing is just so weird. Like it's part of the fun, but yeah. But point is the group chats are crazy, and that's where the hourglasses come in. But yeah, anyway, this is like a huge sidetrack. I think like for my personal ranking, if I had to rank these characters, hang on, let me switch pen color. It's getting so messy. So Yusung has a soft spot in my heart because again, he was my very first root, and also he plays League. But for the longest time, I really like 7 because I'm just such a sucker for like funny characters who are like actually sad. But they like are like really funny to like hide up the sadness. And since you're gonna play it, I won't go into like details because I might say you don't mind spoilers, but like I do think it's like it'll be like more fun if you don't know everything going into it. I'll start being like more vague. But yeah, so I think like even after all these years, wait, let's do green actually. I think green will stand out. After all these years, I think I would put 7. Oh my god. I would put 7 as number 1 as my favorite still. Yeah, I got it exactly. Yeah, so I would put 7 as 1. And then God, I do love Yusung, but I'm gonna be so real. Early on in his route, he's a little lot. Like he's very whiny. So I think I would actually put Zen at 2. He's very funny. I just like funny characters, but also he's like a very nice character. He's a nice person. Number 3. So number 3 is tough because I think, okay, honestly, all of these characters are very funny. I would put Jimin as number 3, but I think as funny as he is, I feel like I would get more frustrated. Like I was a little frustrated during his route. Let me see. I'm thinking of like how much fun I had during the roots. I guess Yusung. This is like definitely bias speaking now. So I'll put Yusung as 3. And like I remember, I really enjoyed Jaehee, but I genuinely don't really remember what happened in her route. But I do remember enjoying it, so I'll put her as 4. Number 5. No, I'll put Jimin as 5 because I was debating between Jimin or Saren for 5, but I think over time I've started to like the slightly more lighthearted stuff, and because these two characters, their roots came in later and definitely are like a bit more like deeper. Oh, deep root, that's what it's called. These 3 are common. These 3 are common root, and then these 2 are deep root, and then these 2 are, I don't remember what the root is called. But yeah, because they have the extra root, there's like a little more sad. I'm not trying to be that sad. All his princess treatment does not balance out the sad. So we'll put this, but even despite all that, I do like this character, and I definitely like his root way more than this guy's. Like this guy's my least favorite root. Not a fan. And I haven't ranked her because she doesn't really like actually have a root. Again, she is antag, but yeah, I actually never finished her side story because I think you need to pay currency to unlock her. So I ordered her a backstory, and like I didn't have enough currency to unlock all of it. So I just stopped. So I stopped halfway through the backstory. I don't exactly know what's up with her completely. Impossible route? Oh my god, wait. There is a route that's impossible because it doesn't exist. Let me pull up another character. I remember like so many people wanted this guy to have a route of his own. I think his sprite is okay, but his in-game art is pretty fine. Oh my god, yeah, the fan art of him goes crazy. I'll pull up the sprite of him. Yeah, he looks like a little a little concerned in this picture. Actually, he usually looks pretty concerned. Cause he's a close friend of Sevens, which is the red-haired guy. He's always like dealing with his antics. But yeah, a lot of people wanted this guy to have a route as well, but I will dub this the impossible route because you can't get with this guy. He's an NPC for all intents and purposes. Wait, let me finish putting down the names for everyone else. I just realized this is oops. This is you. This is I'm gonna have to do this on him because there's no space. So many arrows. This is V. This is Jumin. This is we're just gonna do a 7. This is Van. And finally Rika. Yes. So there we go. We got all the names. I actually do like Vanderwood a lot. If he had a route, I feel like I would really enjoy it. But unfortunately, he does not have a route. So alas. Anyways, yeah. So that's my little Mystic Messenger overview. This is what it's like when this is like what runs through my brain when I'm procrastinating. Like when I don't want to do something, I'll start going on tangents like these. Yeah, anyways, let's hide that and get back to work. That was a nice little break. Oh yeah, I was gonna make a new that's why I was procrastinating, because I was gonna have to make a new file and I didn't want to do that. Let's see how big this canvas size is. 2000 by 1125. Animation 2000 by 1125. Playback time. 48. 72. Let's do 72. 3 seconds. Oh, how do calls work on the game, you say? Yeah, I'll say it. So basically, you can call them first if you pay Hourglass. Or if you have like their calling card, which also requires Hourglass. But usually like the characters will call you, and it's basically just like the voice actor, because it's a voice acted game. The voice actor will be like saying some lines as a character, and then you'll get to like select choices as like responses, but the main character is not voiced, so you never hear yourself. You just gotta like imagine it, and then you pick the response and they'll like respond based on what you pick. So it's pretty cool. I remember when I was playing this in high school, I would get a call in class and I'd be like, oh, I have to take a call. Like, the thing is, I wasn't like so into it that I would like actually leave the classroom to take the call. So I would like sneak an earphone into my ear. I had long hair back in high school, so I would like, and like I would wear hoodies and stuff, so I would like sneak it beneath all that to like make sure hopefully the teachers don't see it. I would listen to the voice call in class. Oh my god. Wow, that was a good time. Okay, let's see, I gotta set this up. Timeline, delete that. copy paste this over here. Actually, I'll just change the paper to do it. Did I size this wrong? I hope not. Okay, and then copy and paste these two over there. I think I need a separate animation folder. I haven't set up an animation folder in a while. How do I do this again? Hang on, I'm gonna open up another file real quick because I do not remember how I set this up. Open. I think it was this file. Yeah, it was this file. Okay, how did I set this up? Okay, I see. So it was all in one animation folder. And I put these in. Okay. I'm slowly remembering. I just have to name the folders inside of the files. Okay, fire. I am gonna move these over though. This does not look correct. So a bit too far to the left compared to how it was in the other one. I think. Yeah. A little too much. I think I'm gonna lower it as well. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe a little higher. Oh, yeah. An animator is. I can't speak about game development because I've never. I kind of tried coding a little bit, but like it was like not real coding because it was with like a made up, not a made up, but like a spin on Java. So it was, or Python. Sorry, a spin on Python. So it's not like you could actually use it anywhere outside of the program it was made for. So I can't really speak on game development and coding, but animation is definitely tough. Especially with like how the industry is right now, it's really rough. But I think like just doing it for fun on your spare time is something you could like definitely always pursue. So why is this? Such a long. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. This is too long. We'll do this on 2s, but I'm gonna put this on 6 for now. Actually, I'll put on 4s. 2 here. Wrong one. No! It should be called 2. What the heck? What the hell? There we go. I hate that it keeps auto making it all the way to the end. That's too much. That's too much, man. Outdated BoJack Horseman reference. Okay, it's flipping. Oh yeah, I didn't even do the face yet. Hang on. This song is so peaceful. Oh my god! Adobe Flash Animations is such a throwback! Did you? I'm guessing you also watch those like stick figure animation videos on YouTube, like the stick figure fights. Those were sick. Also, my like frame naming is about to get really messy looking because I do have like this as the final frame, but I do want it to be like a little bit of a looping breathing animation before that. So I guess that's just like 1A, so it's all good. Girl with Newgrounds, yeah. Oh my god, was Newgrounds? I can't remember, but I think the Sonic Flash animations were also on Newgrounds, or they were supposed to be, but like a lot of it got posted on YouTube because I used to be. Oh no! It's happened. It's identified a song that belonged to someone else. Hang on, I gotta switch. Okay, wait. This is risky. I gotta switch playlists entirely. Oh, you're doing so good too. Let's go to emotes. Okay, hopefully this is okay. Oh gosh, I forgot I was saying. Sonic, Flash Animations, Newgrounds. I feel like there was something else I was saying and I got sidetracked by the heads up. We've detected audio in your screen belonging to someone else. It's like it probably wasn't that important. Whatever I was trying to say. Hopefully. Hell yeah, huge banger. Oh yeah, I was talking about I wanted a breathing cycle. It's gonna get a little messy because I already have like frame 2 titled. And like I could change it, but it's fine. So the breathing cycle is going to be short anyway, so I think that's fine that we just keep it as is. You're right, it auto goes to 1A as well, I love that. Honey and skin, please. Thank you. It's like, this is not really the proper way to do it, but, but we're gonna do it, because I'm lazy. Is this the up pose or is this the down pose? Let's see. Sonic shorts? I don't remember the names of any of it anymore. I just remember I used like those are the pixel Sonic stuff with like all the super colorful OCs and everything. There was this one series that I was like really into. Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but it was like I think Nephilis was in it. No. Knuckles was definitely in it, and it was like again Chaos Emeralds related, and there's gosh, just unlocking memories, but like it's like hazy memories because I can't remember enough to describe what the characters looked like or what the plot exactly was. I just remember at one point it was crazy because they were on like Knuckles like island, and it was just like a bunch of flashy crazy stuff. I don't know, it was hype though. My 10 or 12-year-old brain was like super getting scratched by it. Cause I used to be like so into yeah, the pixel sprite ones. But yeah, because I used to be so into Sonic. Like, I was a huge Sonic fan. I watched like all the Sonic cartoon episodes, and then I would like watch all the gameplay of like all the Sonic games because like I couldn't get the games myself. have to drop you, I think. No, I don't want to drop you. Hold on. Sorry, I was just doing a quick little R reference. Let's see how much the hand moves. They breathe in. Not that much. Shoulders don't even raise that much, so... Okay, okay. I think I could also like do like a rough line style and be like, it's a stylistic choice. It's just me being lazy, but like I feel like I could totally do that if I really want to not clean things up. We all know I hate cleaning lines. Oh my god, fire. Yeah, I think the only Sonic games I have was... I don't know, see this is so bad. I don't even remember the name of the Sonic game, but it was on DS. That one, and then Sonic and Mario Winter Olympic games. Those are the, the only two Sonic games that I actually owned. Because the Sonic games that I was like really into watching were the ones that I think you needed like a PlayStation or something for, which like... I think my brother had one, but like... I was like 10, 12, so I wasn't gonna be getting that game for myself anytime soon, and I don't think he would have let me use it anyway, so... Dash? Maybe. I do not remember enough to confirm or deny that. Ooh, this is not right. I'm supposed to lower the head. I was raising it, but I had in mind that their head would be going down, so this is incorrect. There we go, it's a little better. Orange Lounge. No, is that music or a game? What is that? What is that? Ooh, okay. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I didn't really play that much DDR when I was younger. So that's probably why I'm not familiar with it. Konami sounds very familiar though. Like, I feel like I've definitely seen some of their other games. Not DDR, but like, it just sounds familiar. I'm gonna look it up. Orange Lounge. Oh, there's a recording studio called Orange Lounge. Oh, that's fun. Tomosuke Funaki? That's the artist name that's showing up. Yeah, send it to me. I actually still gotta watch the other playlist, but I'll have like a good like amount of content just playing in the background while I'm working. So yes, definitely send it to me, please. I might watch it tomorrow when I'm at work actually, or listen to it at work. Just gotta bring my charger because YouTube drains so much battery. Okay, so I found the right one. That is good to know. Oh, that was a Google search though. I didn't look it up on Spotify.
Reality, as you know, seeps down into the gutters. Your happy days, such a bore, still far from ideal. But it's sentiments like these that make you grow. Where will you go on that flat bike of yours? It's a broken asphalt road.
That's how I feel about because usually I don't have that much trouble finding songs because I think a lot of the songs I listen to are very much like more current day stuff. Occasionally I'll have like I'll get like super struck by nostalgia and I'll be like, oh, I'll listen to this super old song and then I'll like go on YouTube to listen to it. But like ever since I started using Spotify, I've been like hoping songs would be on Spotify so I could listen to it while I'm like I don't need to have YouTube open. But there's this one song from Monster Hunter Wilds that I've been like really hoping will be on Spotify, but just it still hasn't. I've just been having trouble finding it. Like I kind of found one version of it on YouTube, but it was still like I could download it, but it's not the same. I wanna put it on the playlist. Whoa, this is a very big inhale. That's why it's important to flip back and forth. No, it's the main theme. It's oh, Proof of a Hero, Proof of a Hero, the Monster Hunter Wilds version. It's not on Spotify. I mean, maybe I should check again because like the last time I checked was I think like 2-3 weeks ago. But it's not on Spotify, and I love that version of Proof of a Hero. So it's like a little sad. It's on YouTube, but yeah, I want it on Spotify. This milk can go down a little more. This shirt is definitely going up a bit too much now, especially because we lowered the shoulder, what's called the shoulder rising up. Oh my god, we didn't even. Wait, that's so funny. Didn't even really lower it. We like, if anything, we raised it. Wait, do you know which? Have you heard that version of Proof of a Hero? It's so nice. It's like very. I mean, they're all very orchestral, but that one I just like the way it builds up a lot. I don't mind Proof of the Hero, like from other games, but I do think the fanfare is very cool. But I like the Wilds version because it's like more. It's less fanfare and it's more like slow, quiet, dramatic, which like I really like. Oh hell yeah, yeah. I got it off the string for sure. Honestly, I could get away with just back and forthing this, but I'll do one in between, just to see how that looks. Oh my god, split! There we go. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I mean, yes it is, but pull that down, split that. Change this to 1A. Lovely. Is that the one that's on the Switch? I don't fully remember all the names. if it's a Switch one, or no, I think the Switch one was Sunrise. I could be wrong though. I actually like only started getting into Moscow for like I'm not even like getting in, but I've been like playing it a little bit, and it's like pretty recent still. Oh, it is the Switch one. Okay, okay, yeah. I tried the free trial of it, and that's it. It was fun. I like that there were like the fire boats. I think I got the name wrong. I liked that aspect of it, and I liked that. I don't know if this is true for the entire game, but in the free version, the gunblade was like unlimited bullets. Or I don't think it was called the gunblade. I'm so bad at names, but it was the one that shoots bullets. And I liked that it was unlimited because in Wilds you have to pay for bullets. But yeah, I haven't played enough of it to know what the full gameplay is like. Yeah, especially because there are so many weapons in Monster Hunter too. So like, if you want to get good at all of them, it's gonna take a while. Because like the fighting and playstyle for them is all like pretty different too. Right? I usually just go with the ranged weapons because I tried the I don't remember what it's called. I tried the Bard weapon, the music one, and it was just it was so bulky, and I just didn't like that. And then I switched to like bowgun, and then like I use bow and arrow in Wilds, and it's just like the way you play it is just so different. Just cool because that makes like the replayability like a lot better. But yeah. Also, this is not the proper way to in between, but we ball. Oh, dual blade. That's the one where you can do like a Levi Ackerman and like just kind of like tornado across the monster. Yeah, yeah, that one was cool. I think if I were to pick up a melee weapon, I would pick that one up because I think that one attacks pretty quickly. I'm definitely more of a light weapon user. I can't play the bulky ones. Oh, thank you, thank you. This part is just like very even spacing because it's just like they're just breathing. I'm excited to get to the part where their head drops because it's gonna get a little more interesting to animate that. Like, I could like make it so that the timing is not super even here, but because I'm using thicker lines and it's just there's already so much overlap and detail, it's just a little easier to do even spacing. Okay, if my teacher is like, if that's yeah, I had a teacher who's like very into like, actually all my teachers are very into like make sure you have good timing and spacing. If they saw this, they'd have an aneurysm, I think. I'm gonna try to do a bit of like stretch and squash though. It's hard because everything is so close together, but we'll do what we can. That's a little too much. I think I'm gonna finish this frame and then probably head off because it's getting late. And like this should have like a pretty okay breathing cycle. If I wanted to be like very particular about this, actually no, maybe I'll do. We'll see. We'll see how we're feeling. this artist's music. So good. It's like those same issues that I think I mentioned yesterday though, where the notes are a little too high for me. Unless I drop everything down an octave, then it gets like a little too low. Okay, let's see. Fucking face plant. Okay, hang on. let me do something. Wait, by reset feature, do you mean like... Do you mean like when you like zoom out? Or do you mean like when I'm like flipping like this? This guy's breathing too quick. Hold on. This will not look right. Oh my god, okay. This is the wrong frame. There we go. See how that looks. This is better. Still a little quick. Yeah, that mouse is that mouth is a little too thick. Oh yeah. No, I agree. And you know, I would actually be so doomed if I didn't have the Control Z. I'm so used to calling it Control Z, so yeah, they're like name for it. I'm just like, huh? What is that? What is that? Yeah, I love Control Z. Or the reset. Hi, hello cute. Welcome to the stream. I think I do like the shrug. I'm gonna make the shrug a little longer, I think. Maybe like twice as long. Actually, I'm gonna make the first bit longer as well. I'm good, you? Just from like grinding art all night. And like it's sidetracking a little bit. As we talked about like Mystic Messenger, interactive fiction, all that good stuff. How are you doing tonight? I feel like the breathing is still a little quick here. Oh my god. We're like panic breathing. As we're falling asleep, we're having a nightmare. Yeah, for real. I feel like this is like too slow now. Hang on. Let me mess with this timing a bit. See how that feels. Oh my god, we're back onto hyperventilation. Actually looks okay now, just looking a little weird early for some reason, but... Actually no, it's... Hang on. Yeah, maybe I do add one more drawing in between. Well, let's make this cycle like 3 seconds instead and see how that feels. We'll have to make... go, extend. Extend this 4 seconds? Sure, let's do that. I'm gonna put the face plant all the way back here. This is like totally just eyeballing it right now. I hope these are even, but I'm not counting that, it's too late. Oh, that's so much more peaceful, let's go. Actually, we could probably make it a little longer still. 4-second cycle. Once again, eyeballing. Crossing our fingers, hoping and praying. Okay, this actually does feel a lot nicer. 4-second breathing cycle. I do want to put some more like in betweens though, because now that it's like the movement is so much longer, it's pretty obvious that there's like grace, especially there. It kind of like pops. But okay, let's call it there for tonight. It's almost 12 for me. I do have to get up early tomorrow. Really good progress though. Like we finished the sketch for the model art, and then we like finished the breathing cycle here. Like the lines are pretty rough, but that's fine. This is just for me. This is not a commission. It's fine. Alrighty. Well, thanks for popping in, everyone. Good seeing you again, Alexis. And I'll catch y'all another time. I will hopefully be streaming 100 line later this week. We'll see how I feel. If not 100 line, it'll be this again. But yeah, alright, bye bye, have a good night.